Alright, so in this one we are going to be doing my Dragon Ball Legends July top 10 tier list here of the last part of anniversary, part 3 of the 7th anniversary in 2025. Oh man, oh boy, these ultras have done things. This little smorgasbord of characters you can see here, you can think, wow, where are the other characters that were here last time? Well, I'll explain all of that. Let me just touch on UMV, because he's not here. UMV is not top 10 for me. Let's get into the detail of UMV is hurt. UMV had potential of being a utility guy with his gauge and being the annoying AoE green guy and not really doing so much damage because his damage is just being, power crept here. He is 9 months old. It should be power crept. And it even gets worse now. This new Goku having the utility he has, with him giving everyone essentially a second life. How is UMV going to snipe people out in that early game kind of setting he would optimally do it when Goku's not allowing that, right? Frieza, he can't even snipe him because Frieza has cancel buff effect. So if you were to do a UMV strike, ultimate, okay, we killed MUI, we killed Evo, we killed whoever. Doesn't apply to Frieza. There's cancel buff effect on him, so he's not going to die as well. So, UMV is gone. He's dead. He's dead and dusted. He's off the list. It's a great day. It's an awesome time. Hope you're happy. I'm happy. It's great. But these new units, I'll touch on their, kits when we get to them in this top 10 list. But let's get into it here with number 10 for me being this LF full power Frieza. Yeah, no, this guy actually is pretty good. LOE, not for nothing. It's not the worst team in the game. Revza, this full power Frieza, and obviously the ultra full power Frieza actually does work pretty well. You got support flowing throughout with this Frieza. The Revza does it. Obviously you have safety within them. You have a lot of Dragon Ball structure within that team. Obviously Revza does not have the greatest stock, as there is greens that are flowing throughout, and that's a problem there. But on the contrary, the team is safe. The team has a lot of health. The team could have double HP bench. The team could have a lot of good damage. The team could have a lot of good bursting. This guy can rush units that are having endurance. I mean, there's stock to him, man. Wouldn't say he's too crazy, because he isn't too crazy. He doesn't have cover null on his entry, which is a problem, at least his inherent entry. You do have to pop a green card. He has cover null. Probably going to use a green card with full power Frieza, the Ultra instead. But there's goodness within it, and I'll just say right now, 8, 9, 10, they're all irrelevant. I think everything from 6, 7, basically, which is tied here, you can see, is going to be everything relevant you'll fight in PvP. Anything below that, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they'll fight them from time to time. They might do something, but realistically, 7 and up, which is every single unit that was buffed during Annie and or is new from Annie. Makes sense, obviously, because the anniversary does that thing. But power creep is all that matters. Even here, there is going to be units from anniversary at 8, 9, 10, but their power isn't that immeasurable. Obviously, this Frieza still is yellow, so there's a problem. There is still not too many amazing purples that are flowing around. Really not even one perfect purple that's flowing, which we probably will get in the upcoming celebration of whatever happens. Maybe not even a celebration, maybe just the after party, whatever it is. But for now, yeah, he could hit 10. I'm happy with this. There's so many units that could be number 10. There's so many units that could be, 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever. I don't care to go through the 10 different unit lists that can be there. You could put Miniku, you could put Daima Furuku, you could put this guy, Killing Khalifa, you could put whoever. There's so many. But I think this guy fits the best. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think number 10 really matters much on lists. When I'm looking at lists, I'm thinking about the top tiers, the 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, and that's what really matters to me. And, well, yes, full power does make this list for me, but I don't think it's that serious of him being number 10. There's 5 different options here. If you want to put somebody else, put somebody else. I just think he flows well with LOE. I think LOE can do a nice job right now, and that's kind of where I just end off on that. 8 and 9, I just can't figure out how to differentiate these two, so I'm just going to put them together, with it being Tien, number 8, and Hit, number 9. Now, unfortunately for Hit, they have pulled a Legends Fest 2023 yet again. If you want to know what that is when Evo-Ken dropped. And Evo-Ken in Part 1, similar vibe here to Hit, because this was right before Part 2 happened, you guys plat. Evo-Ken on reps with Jiren and MVP was amazing, and then by Part 3, reps fell down a cliff. You would run Ultra UI, and it wasn't with Evo-Ken, it wasn't with MVP, it wasn't with Jiren, it was with Goku, Bardock, and Pecan. And it's like, oh, well, Reps is gone. That just happened to hit. Reps doesn't exist. I mean, it's still a team. MUI hits, and then Rev UI or Kion Caulifla, whatever. Even Rev UI could be number 10 here, right? Kion Caulifla, whatever. That team does exist. It's just there's better that do exist. It really just falls into that kind of category. It does not help that Goku does have what he has in his arsenal with the extra life mechanic, because again, these snipe units that really want to get their job of UMV, of hit, even Cell to an arguable degree, that like just want to kill fast and do their role, well, you don't get to do that, because even if this Goku is a yellow, it's still going to stop you from getting a kill. It's not like you have to pop the kill on Goku, right? Though it is probably optimal to kill Goku as someone that's using him, because you get the ally heal as well. You just don't get your free kill. So Hit's value can't be too exuberant right now. I mean, it's there. He still can do his job. It's just, again, the rarity of this unit as well does not help him. I know people are going to say Ultra Cell is going to be rare and yada, yada, yada. I actually run it to Cell a decent bit already this season, and I'm very high ranked this season because of all the long videos I've done. So I don't think he's that rare. I've run into one hit maybe in 50 matches. If I'm going to say how many cells in 50 matches, maybe like 13, 14. So, yeah, there's a lot more of a cell usage than a hit usage from my experience here. And again, it just falls down to the gap of they started making this team. Saiyan Saga, amazing. Louise, not too terrible. PO is amazing. The full Saiyan team's really good. Sun Fam, I guess you could say, which is full Saiyan right now, because that's, Goku's do their thing there. There's just a few rosters that are really good that you just don't really need to run hit, and that's just kind of where he falls down. Unfortunate. It would have been nice, because it's not like his plat is bad. It's really good plat. It's just, you can't do your job, then you can't really stay up. It doesn't make much sense. And it sucks, because when you drop the yellow, and you're thinking, like, okay, hit! Amazing! Well, the mechanic the yellow has does not really help be conducive to Hit's livelihood. Then Tien, number 8. I think Tien Shatsu I have underrated in the past, and I think they actually can do pretty solid. This unit, in my experience, has infinite cover null, so that's annoying. They have, obviously, their safety mechanism. I've seen people, like, since they dropped with, Fiku got his plat, then Tien Shatsu dropped, and people were like, who are we going to put? I've seen so many people say, we're going to put Tien Shatsu. I'm going to run them instead of Fiku. And I've seen the reverse, and it's like, wow, I didn't think there's ever a debate. But now that I've seen them more and more since the end of last season, since even now I'm seeing them a little bit, they can do work. Obviously, we do have them being a full-on purple, so them being good against Ultra Full Power Frieza obviously does help. Being good against Vegeta helps, whatever have you, but they do good work. Saiyan Saga, if you want to run blue, red, purple right now with Fiku, with Kaio-Ken, with Tien Shatsu, you could do that. You want to do it with the 2 new LFs, and then Tien Shatsu right there as well. There's no real flaw within that. I don't think this unit is anything overwhelming to a degree, because they are, and Kaio-Ken's the overwhelming one on a Saiyan Saga team, but that bulk of the defense equips, that amazingness of the damage inflicted, the amazing health that they can have, the equips tied in with this unit is really what makes them kind of that over threshold. Think of Tambourine. He actually could do pretty good damage, but then you see this is all defense equips on the Dragon Ball team. You see there's no real Kaio-Ken-esque Goku type unit on the Dragon Ball team. You see there's no full-on perfect safety, because Goku's yellow, and we have really good reds right now on the Dragon Ball team. Saiyan Saga is Dragon Ball team done to what they wanted to. I'm not going to say correct, because Saiyan Saga still is very, very dumb how it power creeps a lot of things that they need to be power crept, but Tien Shatsu definitely can do well. They have the coverage on their team, so let's say, okay, well, the yellows exist. Okay, you have Kaio-Ken right there. Does not make much, problem for Tien Shatsu. Okay, you have Fiku right there. You have all their solutions to all your problems. Again, blue, red, purple, good color synergy within the roster that can flow. So they fit 8, 9. If they're in the same thing where it's like a bracket, you could swap them. I could swap them. I don't think it's much of a differential. If it's a dash, I don't think it's swappable. If you haven't swappable, that's cool, right? Before we go into 6, 7, which is, again, where I think this tier list genuinely starts, I need to take a big swig of coffee, because it's gonna be 6, 7 is also, it's already controversial, and it's only just starting, really. 7, 6, and 5, all in my opinion controversial. Shit, I think 2 and 3 is controversial. I don't even think that's like, I don't think it is, but people say it is. But 6/7 is going to be MUI and Fiku, and to be really blunt, I did initially put this where it's Fiku above MUI. But then I thought a little bit more, and the potential for clutch and potential for goodness, and it's like, sure, I could put MUI. If you want to put Fiku above MUI, I'm fine with that. If you want to put MUI above Fiku, I'm fine with that. I do think they're shared, though. Fiku, in my opinion, is on the best team in the game for Goku, because I don't think there's one best team. I think Frieza has the best team. I think Goku has the best team. I think Frieza's is more leaning toward the best team in the game, but Goku's is like half a step behind it. It really is not that far off. So you have Fiku alongside, one of the best units in the game of Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, and then Kaio-Ken Goku. Yeah, no, he's going to do well. What that team creates for you is a lot of attrition, because that's what the game kind of boils down to with a lot of matches. It's a battle of attrition, not really a battle of winning by, kill. Yeah, Fiku there alongside Kaio-Ken Goku, you're going to get that big ally heal. You're going to get that constant flow of it, so Kaio-Ken's going to get his gauges. He's going to, bulk through the full power Frieza stuff. The only reason Kaio-Ken would be good against full power Frieza if he's with Fiku, because then he has the healing prospect to go over and over within his gauge, within his transformation, within the swap outs. And that constantly refreshes. You're constantly healing, and you can actually manage to bulk out through Frieza's annoyance of his active gauge, annoyance of his long combos, because he basically infinite combos because of the active gauge now. And Kaio-Ken's the only one, in my opinion, right now, that you're going to run into that actually can kind of like, okay, I can take like 4 different combos from Frieza. It's going to be tough. I can do it because I'm spreading out the damage. I'm doing great things. But like, he's the only one. This Ultra Super Saiyan Goku's not doing it. Frieza himself's not doing it. Cell's not doing it. Tien, I mean, Frieza going neutral. Doesn't matter there. Like, Kaio-Ken's going to be the one. So you're amplifying Kaio-Ken by running Fiku, and then that duo ship is just perfect. Whether it be with the Saiyan Saga team, like I mentioned. Whether it be with the Sun Family team / Saiyan team that I mentioned, whether it be any of those, both of those, Fiku's accessibility to that goodness for your roster is going to be something that's important. You are going to run into Cell with Frieza a lot, and once you face that, it's pretty simple to say. Fiku having a little bit of subcal manip, the little pseudo lock wouldn't be the worst thing. Pseudo lock Fiku into Namek Goku gauge, get them locked in fully, getting some cards, getting some support. Wouldn't be the worst thing, right? Sounds like a pretty good play. Sounds like some optimal stuff going on there. And then more so than that, you're going to run Fiku, and it's going to be alongside these two characters. And then Yajirobe bench. So you're just helping this guy of Ultra Goku get the green cards for AoE. You're helping Kaio-Ken get his green cards for the Flash, or for the neutral, or whatever. And then even Fiku's himself, his green card is very strong, lowering subcounts and giving the heals. There's a lot going on within Fiku. His plat definitely did succeed. I don't know the last time a 1% plat of a character made them into bare minimum top 10, which I think Fiku should be on everyone's top 10. But, yeah, no, Fiku's did. It's kind of wild, because we also, again, we just got a green, but, again, the attrition he creates for Kaio-Ken is just that powerful that I think he just deserves this level of glaze. And again, he's not far off from Tien. I think there's respect to be given there between the two. They're both, you're like, huh? These characters going to make this? Yeah, but like, they actually are going to do their roles to a really good extent and degree. And well, they do that. And then MUI. MUI, in my opinion, it just more is the factor of clutch that he can create. Maybe I'm just being like biased here because like he's the Anniversary Ultra or LF. He should have been Ultra. He's the Anniversary LF character. He didn't fall off that bad. It's fine. It's okay. But I need to do this, huh? Yeah, I can't convince myself of this. I was trying to right there, but no. Listen, he does a good job, but I just don't think there's necessity for him. You have Kaio-Ken that can neutral. You have Cell that can neutral. You have full power Frieza that could just rush him. Both. Ultra could do it as well. Within his gauge, you get endurance and all whoop-de-doo. Type advantage, by the way. You have Vegeta, and yes, this can all happen in Saiyan Saga Goku too, but you're not going to do this to Saiyan Saga Goku. You're not going out of your way to rush a Saiyan Saga Goku. You're going to kill those Kaio-Kens, those Ultra Super Saiyan Gokus. There's just no point to ever do that, so it's not like this guy's ever targeted for those things. MUI is going to be a target for these moves, and it's justified because he could be good, but if he's targets everything that's going to just demolish his life, like, where could his value be? Reps is fallen down. I can't believe even honest. His hit's barely making it. This is kind of, I wouldn't say it's a pity placement for hit, but like, again, there is like 5 different units you could put in this 8, 9, 10, and I would not argue with you 1 second of the day. I just don't know what MUI can offer, and now I'm looking at it that I have Fiku on 2 teams, which is really good, of Saiyan Saga and the Saiyan team. I just don't see a reason you'd put MUI over Fiku on that. There's just nothing to it. And yes, he's good individually. Obviously, he's better. But remember Red Pan, UGB, Blue Beast, right? That trio? You weren't using Red Pan because she was a damaging god. You could just use a separate third. You could use somebody else. But you use that as the glue. That's the glue of the team. Fiku is essentially Red Pan for Saiyan Saga, for the Saiyan team. You don't need this extra safety of Vegeta. You could have it, but you don't need it. You don't need this extra whatever damage of MUI because you already have damage. You have 2 Gokus right there, right next to him, that are going to do their damage roll. And I just feel like that's more, not necessary because you don't need it, but like it's more helpful. I just think it does more for the match. I think you'll have an easier time running Fiku than MUI on those teams that Fiku goes on because they go on the same teams. It's up to your, pick your poison type shit there. I think this works. Wild to have Fiku above MUI, but that's what I'm feeling, so that's where it's going to go. And then, number 5. Oh boy. You can probably tell who it is with me saying, oh boy. But, oh boy. Number 5 is Ultra Cell. Like, Ultra Cell obviously has gained value. There's no fumble of thought to say that Cell has a new partner within the Full Power Frieza. I think his best team of Full Power Frieza is alongside the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, as well as Cell. You later slot Cell, whether you want a Zenka buff Cell or not, up to your decision. Full Power Frieza, you have Zenka buff there, easily. You could easily double Zenka buff Full Power Frieza, single Zenka buff Vegeta, and then leave Cell up to his own demise and do his whatever the fuck you want, right? A red-green-green team does not sound bad when no one's really running. Again, the 8 through 10 is not really the units you're running into often, but they can do stuff from time to time. That's what I said since the beginning. You're not really running into a purple in this game. So running a double green, especially a triple safety team, essentially here, because Frieza has endurance, Cell has endurance, Vegeta has revival, you're really not losing anything. Cell has a higher stock within that. Why Cell gets, a setting above MUI is very simple of that Frieza exists. I mean, it's not crazy to say. Frieza's a pretty strong character. Spoilers, he's going to be one of the best units on this list. And that would just upsell stock. It's just really all there for you. Even if you don't want to run Vegeta, because you're like, okay, this double endurance is enough. Run LF Full Power Frieza. Run Cell Full Power Frieza, Full Power Frieza. Then put the LOE bench. Put Yellow Broly. Put Green Golden. Put Chilled. Whatever. I mean, you could do that. And you're having like 4 million HP on every unit in the team. And you're still going to do amazing damage. You have the help store stuff now. Like, you can do a lot of things within Cell that weren't there prior to Anniversary. It's not as much as maybe, the melee-based Saiyans that are here, which is everybody, basically. But Cell has a lot more versatility than he ever had because you were trying to run him with Rev UI at one point. Now you're trying to run him with the actual really good greens that exist. We kind of, upgraded greens each part. We got Rev UI, then we got Vegeta, then we got Full Power. We've literally gone up in stock of Cell partner, and just Cell leader slot on the teams. But now you can decide you want to leader slot Cell, leader slot Frieza, probably gonna leader slot Cell. I think his team-wide situation becomes better, as well as he still can do his job. It's not as, frugal as it once was, where he just does a blast and he does his main ability into an ultimate, and then he boom one-shots everybody in the planet, because he was doing that. That was kind of like a God Goku Cell thing. They were both doing strike, God Goku, pop gauge, pop main, maybe do another gauge pop, boom, gonna kill somebody, right? It just happened. It was just natural. Cell was doing that for a good minute, even in part 1. It started declining in part 2. I wouldn't say it's up or down in part 3. I mean, Cell does have technical more individual value because Frieza does have endurance. Cell clicks 3 blast cards, boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, guess what? Frieza's gonna die. Obviously, Goku does hurt that and help that value as well. Goku being the Ultra Goku. The safety mechanism, it hurts Cell, but also this is a yellow, so it kind of helps Cell, because Cell's not as reliant, Hit is reliant on time skip. I don't think Cell is as reliant on his ultimate doing his UG4-esque ultimate as Hit is on time skip, so I think he's a little bit safer off in that setting. He even has a decent disrupt, the 50% proc, paired alongside Vegeta's disrupt, that's going to destroy 2 cards, steal main ability. Frieza's disrupt is really good as well, and I think he just works really well right now in the current meta. Once we do kind of dwindle from this greens can just go wherever the fuck they want type of game, because we've been here for a hot minute, sure, then he'll decline. But until then, I mean, Cell's just vibing out. I don't think there's anything really that's negatively impacting him. I mean, the math is very simple. If you really dumb it down, Frieza is green, the blues go down, so then Cell would go up. I just think that's just common sense at that point. So that's where I'm at with Cell. Maybe this is a bad placement. I don't know. I'm a Cell glazer, so I probably am biased. I mean, this entire list technically does have some bias behind it, obviously, because it can't be full objective. It's some subjectivity from my experience, just like yours. But I think this is a good spot for Cell, and frankly, I would not put him higher. I think people would put him higher, maybe like one more spot. I would not. People were tying him with some character, which is actually number 4. People were tying Cell with Vegeta, and I don't think that's there. I think Vegeta kind of stems into that versatility role more than Cell could ever. And this is kind of where we get into that discussion, specifically for Vegeta, because again, he is number 4 here. That versatility is saving his ass. Vegeta individually is not some god king, you know. MUI is probably better individually. Kaio-Ken definitely is. Name it Goku probably is. And Full Power Frieza definitely is. So, you know, he is not the greatest individual unit in the game. Not to say he's bad, he just is worse than others. But the amount of teams he can go on, because this is why even stats matter. We always look at stats, we're always like, if they can fit on multiple teams, their value goes up. Because every tier list is like this. You look at their individuality, you look at how many teams they can flow on, and how much they're impacting those teams they flow on, and how much they're impacting a match with their individuality, then you conjoin the two. That's how tier lists are made. That's how I like to think I make tier lists, and Vegeta has that. Vegeta's offering a safety, Vegeta's offering pretty good damage, Vegeta's offering a good cover situation, Vegeta's offering good color coverage, Vegeta's offering things you need and things you'd want to have, and it's like, okay, well, if Vegeta didn't exist, Rev UI would be here, and Rev UI is a lot worse than Vegeta, right? So, there's not much to really say about him. He can flow on a lot of teams. You want to run Saiyan Saga, you want to run PO, you want to run whatever the hell you want to run, Vegeta can flow on it. That's just how he operates. It's not a bad thing. It's an amazing thing. It'll probably give him longevity within his actual aging sense, though I don't think he'll be the best aging anniversary unit, but I will think that he probably should be one of the best aging anniversary units from all of them that do exist from 7th anniversary. So there isn't much I can really go into detail. You understand that he has versatility, he has goodness, and again, if we go to the simplest math of the simplest maths, this is a green. Another green just dropped. The blues go down. The greens have more value because the blues are, you know, trying to run, but they can't be run as frugal. And there's no purples. So guess what? How could Vegeta go down if there's no purples? It's just the simplest math. If we really want to break it down, why would the green go down? The green would obviously stay stagnant or rise up if they're that strong. Which we're getting to. Number 3, this is where the big coffee got to come in. This is like the big. Oh my god, that was a lot. Number 3 is going to be Ultra Super Saiyan Goku. Now, I did the team where it was Fiku, Kaio-Ken, Ultra Super Saiyan, and my impression going into it was Goku's number 2. Ultra Super Saiyan's number 2. And that was my impression. And it kind of stayed until like 15 matches deep, and I'm like, Kaio-Ken's just doing a little bit more for me. Specifically, let me really go into specifics on the details here. When there is a Frieza in the match, you must spread damage. You cannot just have one character eat the hits. But if there is one character that can eat the hits, it's because of Kaio-Ken. It's Kaio-Ken with Fiku. I've already explained this. The attrition that creates, the healing you create, the health restore you have, that level of goodness you can have within your own health to eat 4 Frieza active gauges, and then boom, you still take cards, you're still getting 3 gauges popped, and you're still above like 40% health. Ultra Goku's not doing that. Now, I know he's doing a lot. I'm well aware of his kit. He has a lock-in, he has feint, he has well aware of his kit. He has an AoE green, which I don't know if it's a long or short animation at this point. People have said so many things. I think it's a short one. I have no clue, so please tell me what it is. Thank you very much. But yeah, he has a lot of great things. But he also has some negatives. While he has all those great things, there's not much he can do against his counterpart. I mean, think about it. What does this Goku do against Frieza? Sure, he stops him. You know, obviously the best mechanic he has, even overpowering the lock-in and feint and AoE, is going to be the, you know, comeback for your entire team. You know, the indestructible, essentially. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. The safety for your entire team that you can create. Yeah, that's great, but it doesn't really oppress you. Again, Goku has oppression states of a choosing lock-in timing, of a green card, of a feint. I'm going to keep talking about that because that's what he has, and it's great. But his safety thing, you don't lose your hand, you don't lose your ki, you don't get debuffed, you just reset back to neutral. And, you know, I think about Turles, think of Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza is destroying your hand on his comeback, right? You have Turles removing Vanish, upping your card cost. Oh my days, I gotta go for a 50-50. Both of those units, Turles and Golden Frieza, are creating 50-50s for you, and that's oppression. You are forced to make a play that you do not want to make because this character did this thing. Goku doesn't do that on his, and I think that really does hinder him to put him higher, because if Goku was like, okay, now I'm full gauge when you pop me, and you pop the comeback thing, whatever you want to call it here, okay, now my gauge pops when I get popped up and I make my ally saved or myself saved. Then he locks in on it because it's force popped once he gets saved or once the saving happens. Okay, cool. There's the oppression that he would create. There's the, like, oh shit, like you remove their vanish, they pop you, they didn't think about it. Oh no, they gotta play for something. There it is. But Goku doesn't do that. Goku does nothing on his situation of safety. And again, it's a great safety mechanism, but it kind of is like half-baked. It's kind of like they were fearful, which I wish they were fearful of Frieza, because they didn't half-bake shit on that guy. Goku, they half-baked them. That should have done something. I don't want it to be toxic, but like, for God's sake, if he's going to be in the top 2 contention, I need him to do something a little bit more than just, you have your whole hand, you keep your whole ki, you keep everything. You don't lose a damn thing, buddy. But I'm coming back for a second attempt. I just don't think there's much to that. And that's kind of where it falls flat for me. Even more so than that, again, if we're always going down to the dumbest point ever, that is the simplest and truest point ever, Goku is a yellow, and this is how it's going to flow. You have blues going down because this green is very good. So, you have reds becoming more stock value within, let's say, Cell, because he could flow within that same green. So guess what? The red unit is going to beat down the yellow unit. And that's what's going to happen. Now, I do not disagree. Goku can do a lot of damage to Cell. I've had a Goku 3-card my Cell's 50% proc, and that shit was scary. And it was just normal cards. It was not, you know, blues or ultimates, whatever. It was fucking normal cards. But then again, there's still another red we're just not even talking about right here within Kaio-Ken. If you don't have defense neutral, Goku's probably going to get 1 carded by Kaio-Ken on a blue card. Easy flash. Do the blue from the main. It's just not perfect for Goku right now, as it is for the other 2 units in the game. Even then, it's not perfect for Kaio-Ken either. It's just better off because the team that he can have does help him more than the team Goku has. So, Goku has to stay for number 3 for me. I cannot put him higher. Again, initially I thought it was a little bit better for Goku, and no. Nope. I compared it like this. If Fiku is doing 15% of the work in the matches, it was Goku Ultra doing 40%, but Kaio-Ken was doing like 45%. They're really close. They're really, really close in how good they were doing and how helpful they were being in the matches, but Goku helping so much against those gauges, Ultra Super Saiyan Goku is not doing that. That is going to help a lot because Frieza is going to be up here. There's still 2 spots. It helps a lot. So when you have someone that's doing that, you can't just deny that they exist. The Kaio-Ken's doing the best job against it. And even to say, I mean, I just don't know why Goku doesn't do a better job against Frieza. You would just think he would. I mean, spoilers, he beat Frieza. So, I don't know why it's not the case. But hey, it'd be like that. Number 2, though, will be Mr. Kaio-Ken, and obviously that does leave number 1 for Frieza. I'll obviously go over Kaio-Ken first, as he is number 2. I already stated that he does pull on the best team for Ultra Super Saiyan Goku. That synergy he creates. Maybe Saiyan Saga still is a better team than the team with Ultra Super Saiyan Goku of Fiku, as well as the Saiyan Saga LFs from Part 2. I mean, people could try it. I mean, I'll probably even try it and see what happens. But, yeah, no. He's probably the best coherent answers for someone to be able to tank, because he more sustains than tanks, but he does also tank to a degree. Tank Frieza's situational play, and if the best unit in the game is someone that's so oppressive and so amazing, you need to have the units below that guy being, like, good against him. You know, Saiyan Saga Goku, I'm talking up his ass about how good he could be against Frieza, and how he actually ends up living through Frieza. Most units would not. Goku actually kind of can. Ultra Super Saiyan Goku really is just a solid answer, and just a solid unit, but he's not perfect against Frieza, but he has some good mechanics against him within, obviously, the safety comeback he can do. Vegeta is a revival, so he's pretty good there. And then who flows with Frieza also works to operate into their goodness value. Cell works with Frieza, so guess what? You could have him high. Vegeta works with Frieza, so guess what? You could have him high. And it just dwindles down from there. Okay, well, these blues aren't doing too much right now against Frieza, but they're good against the reds, so it's like, we'll keep them where they are. And then again, that 8 through 10 just falls short to where... Do these units even matter? I mean, sure, but, like, do they actually in your actual matches? You're not running into them. If you do, again, they can do something. They're just not perfect, right? But 2, Kaio-Ken just stays where it is. Saiyan Saga exists. It's same thing kind of with Fiku, where it just is the better answer to your opponent's teams. If I'm comparing Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, Kaio-Ken, the better answer to a lot of matches is just going to be Kaio-Ken, because you're always going to have a green ally, whether it be within Vegeta, whether it be... I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't actually just run Vegeta every single time. Whether it be within himself, just having that defense neutral, whether it be within Fiku having the attrition he can create for him, whether it be all three of them together, whether it be with Tien for some reason, if you want to run Tien, you can have that. As they're, I know they're not on the list, but Mini coexist, God coexist, all these million different greens that are really good exist. Just run them with Goku if you want to run a safety. And it's like, you're scared of these blues, but why are you scared of the blues? There's 2 greens that are, like, doing a lot of shit. If not 2, there's 1. So I don't know why you would be scared of blues. And even then, Kaio-Ken can destroy blues. Just pop a green card. He has infinite greens. Have you fought Kaio-Ken Goku recently? You probably have. He has infinite fucking greens. Whether God Robe or not, bitch got infinite greens. Why are you scared of a blue unit? You shouldn't be. And Super Saiyan Goku is much more scared of a red than Kaio-Ken would be of a blue. And of course, the blues are getting hurt more than reds are getting hurt. That's the whole point of why Kaio-Ken would be above. But then the golden... Oh, not golden. The fat lizard. The fat lizard here does make a number 1. It's very obvious the oppression of this character is just unfucking founded. It's very bullshit. The fact that a unit that locks in and has an AoE and has feint is not as oppressive as a guy that has a little fucking funny gauge he can pop over and over again is crazy. And why the fuck does that gauge give cover? I know it gives neutral endurance. I know it gives fucking a whole goddamn second mortgage. But why does it give cover null, bro? You didn't get cover null? I don't think anyone would complain. Because you just get your 50-50s going, have a great time. I mean, shit, he would probably have more value there because he has an overall cover change, right? But because it's giving cover null, it's insane. Again, they overbaked Frieza, they underbaked Goku to a degree, because Goku is being number 3, he has a new Ultra that's kind of like, whoa, you would think they're tied, if not at least 1/2, and I think a lot of people would say Kaio-Ken to Namek Goku is at least debatable, so it's not like a flat-out Frieza 1, Goku 2. There is debate between 1/2, or 2/3, which I think everyone's debating. And you would think it's just more flat out. But no! Frieza is a demon. Everyone's thinking like, oh, his Ultra ability sucks because it's LOE. Yeah, well, it's not the worst thing, honestly, because how LOE is, but I mean, I'm glad it sucks now because look how good this unit is. It's so stupid. And it really isn't the fact that purples don't exist, because even if purples did exist, like, he has full power right there. Full power is not a bad damaging unit. You could run Ultra Super Saiyan Goku with Frieza. It's not a bad, like, idea. It's not a bad team. So, I mean, it's just, he's overwhelming. He just does everything that you need to do with a damaging unit, and he just does it really well. It's kind of going against their philosophy that they stated they would be doing, where it's like, infinite combos, we don't want to see that shit anymore. Well, this Frieza does infinite combos. He's spawning you infinite cover null. You're getting cards while waiting for your, gauge to, like, proc within that time frame. It's like, the downtime of it. And you're getting cards. You're getting cover null. You can up sub count with his green card. Like, you have everything. Frieza early game is, like, he probably is just outright the hardest hitting unit in the game, because you get his gauge so fast. You do 2 blast cards. You still have your cover null active. Do another card. They're probably going to swap, okay? You're going to keep going. You're going to charge while waiting for a card because you can do that with the gauge. You can do a tackle and sidestep, then still do a fucking active gauge thing. Like, there's nothing to stop him. Like, there's mechanics to stop every unit in this game that isn't Frieza. Even Goku. What can you use to stop him? Well, you just fucking beat the shit out of him. Okay, it doesn't seem too difficult, right? Just fucking pop him. It's not too crazy. It's pretty easy. Frieza? Take the gauges or die. And it's a fast animation. So if you try to 50-50 that, good luck, because you are suffering. Because you can never time a 50-50. You can PV this move, but if it's a 50-50, they just do it raw. Here you are, hoping for the best. That goes wrong, you lose. That goes right, you don't even guarantee kill him, because you get to swap, because he has 2 safety units right fucking next to him of 4 and 5. He's really good, man. He's really good. I'm sure purple will hurt him, but it will not make him dead or something. Like, this is not one of those units that's gonna die from one release. He needs the USV treatment to die. Like, it's gonna take a bit to kill Frieza. And we might not even get a fucking purple next. I don't know why, but we might not even get that. So who the fuck knows what happens. But this is my top 10 list, with it being Ultra Full Power Frieza number 1, Kaio-Ken Goku LF number 2, Ultra Super Saiyan Goku number 3, Saiyan Saga Vegeta number 4, number 5 of Ultra Perfect Cell, number 6 and 7 of Saiyan Saga Fiku and LF MUI Goku, 8/9 of Tien/Chatsu and Ultra Hit, and then number 10 of LF Full Power Frieza. Learn how to think of my top 10 list. I'll see you guys in the next one.